Okay, so good evening from India, and it's 11:30 at night India time, and too many cases, too much of chaos outside. We are trying to treat many difficult cases of COVID, suspect COVID, especially COVID pneumonias. The cases have been increasing in India, in Mumbai, in Pune, in Gujarat, all over, and many of our colleagues and students and peers are trying to help with homeopathy, and I'm trying to support them. In many cases I'm doing from here. Patients are admitted in hospital, we are trying to connect to each other and trying to help as much as possible, and many patients who are mild we are able to handle at home, some of them which are moderate also, some of them we have to get them admitted in the hospital, but homeopathy can play a role here. And I felt that because a lot of students are sending their cases and their colleagues cases and their patients, and they need my support to suggest them remedies, I felt of making this interesting video which might help some of you guys. So this is one of the main things that happen in COVID is that the oxygen saturation level goes down, and this is a very challenging situation. Now, once you are a good student of materia medica and repertory, you would know that there are certain homeopathic remedies that you should know, which have a very deeper action to increase the oxygen capacity of the lung. Now, any homeopath worth his salt will tell you, there is a plan A, and there is a remedy, and that is what I call as an indicated remedy. Some people call it as a constitutional remedy. Some people would like to say it as a remedy for this moment. So the best remedy that can really help stimulate the vital state, the vital force, um, is the indicated remedy. And this is where I've used a lot of, in my cases, I've used a lot of Boger, Bonninghorst, and characteristics repertory. And any of you who has attended my webinars would know how many COVID cases we are able to really help very nicely with understanding this Boger, Bonninghorst, and characteristics repertory. I will make some videos on how to use this in my YouTube channel. I hope some of you watch that. So the best way is to just keep on taking the important modalities, the concomitant, uh, the differentiated mind symptoms together in a repertory, and best is Boger, Bonninghausen and characteristics repertory, or at times even Kent or complete repertory, and differentiate with the help of mind center and then come to a remedy. This is the best remedy that can really stimulate potentially the idea of increasing the oxygen capacity. But there are some other remedies also that you should keep in your mind. Clinically, these remedies will help you. These remedies can often help to know them at the back of your head that there are certain other remedies as well. So I thought of just discussing them with you. Um, Again, I repeat, the remedy that can help the most is the indicated remedy. Individualization is the cornerstone of homeopathy, and there are no specifics. Although there are certain remedies have better sphere of action on particular areas, and when indications are there for those remedies, it can help beautifully. And that's why I wanted to share with you, as Bernard says, there are more than one ways to help your patients with homeopathy. There can be more than one method. So one of the first remedies that I want to tell you about is about the carbon remedies. Carbon remedies can be very important, and here I cannot help but talk about CarboVeg. For me, one of the top remedies to increase the oxygen carrying capacity, the potential of increasing the oxygen capacity in the lung, in the body, is CarboVeg, top remedy. But as Kent said it beautifully, CarboVeg will help if the patient is CarboVeg, if the indications are like CarboVeg. So if you see cold sweat, if you see fanning desire, if you see that kind of panting, Carbo is also very clingy. If you see all of these features, if you see the typical carboveg state, the lifeless state, that cold tongue, the coldness of the body, the need for fanning, all of this when you see carboveg. If the symptoms are very clear, I can even give 1 m, or Very often in some of my cases where patients are in coma, pneumonia like this, pneumonia, little difficult case, I have also given 10M. Another remedy you should know, Carbo Animalis. Very important remedy. Should differentiate it with Carbo-Veg. Carbo a little bit for old patients, patients who are above the age of 55, 60. The difference between Carbo-Veg and Carbo Animalis is Carbo Animalis is very, very chilly, while Carbo-Veg is very, very hot. Carbo Animalis may also have a more deeper structural pathology. So fibrosis has started happening more in Carbo Animalis. Also, it's known as a tumorous pathology, so there can be that comorbid. Carbo Animalis interestingly want to be alone and not so much with people. If you read Boric, it's written very nicely. Grief, inner grief. My mentor, Dr. Sarkar, used to tell me, Carbo Animalis is cancer plus nitromune. Interesting. So Carbo-Veg, Carbo Animalis. Remember carbon remedies, and I'll make a series at some point on carbons and how we can use them in today's times. But one of the very important remedy that has helped me help a few patients is Kali Carb. Kali Carb I've used in COVID and suspect COVID with pneumonia symptoms. Typical pneumonia symptom: 2 a.m. aggravation, perspiration on upper lip, aggravated by lying, better by sitting, quarrelsome with bread and butter, fighting, swelling below the eyelid, all typical Kali Carb pneumonia symptoms. Lower lobes of the lung affected in pneumonia. So another important thing, in pneumonia you should know which lobe of the lung is affected. Right lobe lower, so it could be Lycopodium, Chelidonium. Upper apex, think about tuberculinum, avis, AVRA. So like that, understanding that way. So this would be very important remedies. And potencies again, if there are more characteristics, you can think about 200 1M. If less characteristic, think about 30. If patient state is going deeper, response is very low, oxygen saturation going very, very low, you can even give 1M or 10M. Give 1 or 2 doses and see the response and then decide the repetition. Don't decide beforehand. The another interesting remedy that I want to tell you about here is the remedy Aspidosperma, or also called as Querbaco. Okay, let me show you this remedy, Querbaco. Very, very important remedy, which in Boric Materia Medica it's called as Aspidosperma, and it's called as the digitalis of the lung. It is one of the only remedies in Boric. It's written, remove the temporary obstruction to the oxidation of blood by stimulating the respiratory center. So it has the action of stimulating the respiratory center, increasing the oxidation and excretion of carbonic acid. It's also a very important remedy for pulmonary stenosis, thrombosis, all that we know. It stimulates the respiratory center, increases the oxygen. Want of breath is the main symptom. I want you to know this. Aspidosperma. You can also read about this a little bit about this in Clark Dictionary Practical Materia Medica. It's actually a Brazilian remedy. Um, Hale has given many cases where asthma has been connected to, also related to cardiac issues like stenosis, mitral incompetence, even fatty heart, and how beautifully it's been helped and patients have improved with the help of this beautiful remedy. One should know this remedy. Um, so asthma along with heart symptom, when cyanosis develop, think about aspidosperma. But very important is sudden asthmatic attacks with oxygen saturation going down, think about it, and difficulty in slightest exertion. Also when pneumonia has come up and tubercular miasm in the background, patient has to sit up, think about Querbaco or aspidosperma. So that's why when I'm giving Kali Carb or arsenic and suddenly the oxygen saturation goes down, my mind goes to Querbaco. So I hope you remember this remedy. Um, I like to give this remedy in slower potency, maybe 3x, 6x, and if there is no response, then 30 or then 1M. You can start with 6C and you can give this maybe every 6 hourly and observe. Okay. So these are different remedies. I'll give you some more remedy. One more very important remedy, Aconitum ferox. This is not Aconite napellus that you have learned in your first year of college. This is different. This is Aconitum ferox. Very important remedy. It is more violent than Aconitum napellus. Extreme dyspnea, must sit up, rapid respiration, and lot of suffocation, and there is a paralysis of respiratory muscle, kind Stokes breathing. Very, very, very important remedy in today's times. You should know this remedy also. So allow again, here the patient has to sit bent forward a little bit, and sitting again ameliorates here. Here the cardiac is again more involved. One more thing, difference between aconitum ferox and Aspergillus aconitum ferox will be much more anxious. It's a more anxiety prone remedy. So you can see anxiety. When you see more anxiety, think about aconitum ferox. Complaining of disease, okay? Fear of suffocation, very, very anxious, very, very restless. See the rubric: restless, painful, restless drive one from place to place. Okay, think about this aconitum ferox. Okay, let me give you one or two more examples. I told you Aspergillus aconitum ferox is a good remedy in 6C or 30 potency. I told you about carbon remedies. Antimony Ars. I made a video few days back where I showed how I treated a case of COVID with antimars with symptoms of antim tart and arsenic, where arsenic like restlessness, weakness, and antimony like rattling, wheezing, and white tongue, and kind of in between restlessness and dullness. Antimars, and I gave 1M. My guru Vijay Vaishnav used to give this in 1M potency frequently, and I learned from him. It acts better in 1M potency if indicated. If indicated. Um, One more thing I wanted to tell you before I finish: nosodes. Nosodes have a role. Tuberculinum aviare, bacillinum, medorinum, pneumococcinum. If indicated, if you see a strong tubercular background, you see the tuberculinum state, think about tuberculinum aviare, bacillinum, medorinum. If there is a strong psychotic miasm background, you can give even higher potency, 1M, 10M, just 1 or 2 doses, wait and watch. Another, if after COVID pneumonia there is breathlessness, think about pneumococcinum, also very important remedy, you should know. So these are nosodes. There are many more nosodes. I have just given you idea, but the idea of nosodes also keep in your mind. And finally, again I come back. Bottom line: characteristic is the king. Individualization is the king. Remember, indicated remedy is the best. Focus on that. Focus on very, very peculiar modalities, concomitants, strong deep features about the patient. Make a totality prescribe. Focus more on solid physical symptoms first. Check the tongue, check the face, check hand, feet, where is cold, where is warm, which posture is better, respiration better by lying on side, left side, castoreum. So like that. Okay, so if you're treating a case of COVID pneumonia, you want my help, you can write to me, gaurang@gmail.com. But in general, write to me what you learned from your times are changing. We have to increase our skill levels and try to master as much as we can. We have a bigger role to play.